Is it possible to land a job in 30 days? Well, I'm crazy enough to think that is very possible. Hi, my name is Joanne, the career coach, and welcome back to yet another video. What are some of the things that you can do to ensure that you land a job in 30 days? And the very first thing is you need to be very specific about the kind of jobs that you're applying to. So if I were you, I would go to job boards like Summit Recruitment and Search, LinkedIn, Corporate Staffing, Fuzu, and try and see what are the available jobs. What jobs are available in these job boards that fit my strengths, my skills, and my passions and my education. Then I would copy paste, like some of these jobs on a Word document just so that I have them, and I'd also save these jobs on my laptop or the device that I'm using. Reason being, sometimes you could see a job that you want to apply to, but then you go back 2 days later and it's been pulled down, or maybe the JD is not available. Sometimes you could see a job that you want and then you forget to maybe take a screenshot or save it, and then you can't be able to trace it anymore. So immediately you see a job that you want, you actually want to open a folder whereby you put all the jobs that you love and you'd want to apply for. So the very first thing is take a significant amount of time going through job boards to see the kind of jobs that are available. One of the other places I also love would be the specific organizations that you want to work for. So I would write a list of all the places that I imagine I'd want to work for. MasterCard Foundation, Safaricom, UAP, Britam, IBM, Microsoft, Google. Let your mind go all out. So don't put yourself in a box and say, I cannot work for IBM, I cannot work for Microsoft. Oracle is too big for me. No, just write down all those organizations that you'd want to work for. Let your mind go, let your mind go crazy. I would actually urge you to, let your mind go crazy. Write down all those companies. Then what you also want to do is go to the websites of this company and go to their career portal. See what jobs have been advertised. It could be they've probably even advertised for internships, or they want fresh graduates, or a job that you probably did not even think exists, and it's actually been advertised in their websites. Actually, when you go into a company's website, that's one of the most accurate places to get opportunities, because of course, by the time a job is being posted in an organization's website, it means it's a legit job. I mean, it's not a hoax. And most of these other organizations are going to pull those jobs from the websites and put them in their job boards. So go to the specific organizations, go to LinkedIn, go to Summit, go to UN.org. Any place where you have imagined that you want to work for, go to those organizations and find those jobs and put all those jobs in a folder. Step number 2, now you have all these jobs that you want to apply to. Do you have CVs, a cover letter, and a LinkedIn profile that speaks to the job that you want to apply to? I would first imagine that most of these jobs are related. So they are probably sisters or cousins, but they cannot be distant relatives. So that then I wouldn't want that folder to have jobs in procurement, marketing, and HR. Those are two totally different fields. So I'm imagining that all these jobs are skewed towards one particular direction. That being said, then it's going to be easier for you to craft a CV that is in line with that direction. It's not going to be 100% accurate for all these 15 jobs that you have saved, but then there's a form of similarity. There's like a 70-80% similarity of these jobs. If the jobs that you've put in this folder are not at all related, they are not cousins or sisters, they are distant, the cousin of the sister of the uncle of the cousin, then we have a problem. And probably you need to go back and start to think with the kind of strengths, skills, passions, education that I have, which are the jobs that I'm trying to apply to. But then if the folder has very similar jobs, then you can now go ahead to the next step, which would be ensuring that you craft a good CV, cover letter, and LinkedIn profile. Remember, and I've said this 1,000,001 times, and I know you're probably tired of me saying this, but we have two types of CVs. We have a modern CV and an ATS CV. You need to have both types of CVs, so that then if there are some job applications in that folder that need for you to send the job application to a particular email address, you are using the modern CV. But then if there are certain jobs that require you to upload the CV into a certain portal online, you are using the ATS CV. Please do not upload a modern CV in a in a job application portal, because most chances are it's going to to be rejected, because a modern CV is not an ATS compliant CV. So please have those two types of CV, so that then you can use the appropriate CV for the particular job application. The LinkedIn profile also very, very important. There are so many jobs on LinkedIn that you can actually apply using Easy Apply, so that then you're just sending your profile. But you see, if your profile is not a 5-star profile, even if you send it to 1,000 organizations and it's horrible, no one is going to want to call you back. I know of most of us, you are seeing people are checking you out on LinkedIn, but they're not sliding into your DM. Why is that? It's because there's a problem with your profile. So please also upgrade your profile. So doing a modern CV and ATS CV, doing a LinkedIn profile, very important. And the last thing is also the cover letter, because some of these jobs are going to require that you send a cover letter, or sometimes they'll tell you write 200 words about why you believe you're the best candidate for this position, or why we should hire you. So if you have a well done cover letter, it's going to really go a long way in helping you boost your application. So you have searched for particular jobs that you want. You put all those jobs in a folder. You have crafted a good modern CV, ATS CV, LinkedIn profile, and a cover letter. What do you do next? Now, it's going to be very important now also for you to make these job applications. And I know this is where we get tired and we get stranded sometimes, because then, after sending probably like 50,000 applications, I mean, you're human, you can get tired. So what you want to do, of course, is now send out applications, because then if you don't send out applications, no one is going to want, no one is going to be calling you back. And for every 50 applications you send, surely at least even 5 are going to call back. But these 50 applications, they need to be accurate. So it's not going to make any sense if you're sending out 1,000 applications, but the CV is wrong, the modern CV is wrong, the ATS is wrong, the cover letter is wrong, you don't have a good LinkedIn profile. There's no connection between the job and your skill set and education. It's not going to make any sense. So by the time you're sending these 50 applications, all these other things that I've said need to be there. But sending out job applications is actually one of the things then that you need to do, because remember, the more applications that you send, the higher the chances that you're going to get called back. I'm sure there are many of us who don't send out many applications. You just send 2, and you're like that last born who, after washing 1 spoon, they want to rest. Please send out many applications, because this is a game of probability. The more places you send your applications to, the higher the chances are someone is going to get, someone is going to call you back. So ensure that you are sending out the job applications, but then also that you are checking out these jobs in legit places, so that then you're not scammed. And what are some of the places in particularly Kenya? So it would be Brighter Monday or Fuzu or Summit Recruitment and Search or LinkedIn, or specific, you go to the specific websites of these organizations. These are places that you are sure you're not going to get scammed. Also, always remember, if someone asks you for money at any one point in the recruitment process, it's a scam. If someone asks you for money so that they send you a job application, it's a scam. If someone asks you for money before you send a CV, it's a scam. If you receive a job and it's an organization you didn't apply to, and they're asking for money to do like a certain test, it's a scam. No one should ever ask you for money at any one point in the job application process. So if this happens, it's a scam. But we keep saying it 1,000,001 times, and you'll still find many of us paying and getting scammed and not getting the jobs. Please just follow what I'm telling you. Do not pay anyone at any one point during the recruitment process. Then the next thing that now, of course, you want to do is after sending out the job application, still you want to go back to the to these job boards and see which other jobs are available. And then you want to now also try networking, because when someone recommends you for a job, you stand higher chances of landing the job as opposed to if you are to do an online application. So you've sent out your 50 applications, but also check out if, do you have a friend, a relative, and they work for organization X, and that organization is hiring, and can they put in a word for you, so that then by the time you're sending in your CV, you're sending it to maybe the friend or the connection, and they're sending it directly to the hiring person. Because I personally know, if I'm looking for people, for example, and I ask a recruiter friend of mine and they send me CVs, I'm very confident in these people, because then I know and trust my colleague that they're going to give me good people. So referrals go a very long way. Networking goes a very long way. So networking also is one of the things that can help you land a job quickly. And the last thing now, I want to talk about is polish up your interviewing skills, because it's not going to make any difference if now you have done a good CV, you have done a good LinkedIn profile, you have done a good cover letter, you have sent out applications, you've been called for an interview, and then you go for the actual interview and it's a mess. The purpose of a CV is to land you an interview. The purpose of an interview is to land you an offer. You can land the interview and not land the offer, which is going to be very, very unfortunate. So also practice how you're going to interview. Behave like you've already been called for an interview. By the time you're sending out all these applications and you've done your CV, you've done all this hard work, start practicing how to answer. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What are your strengths, your skills, and your passions? What are some of your weaknesses? Why do you believe you're the best candidate for this job? Why are you leaving your previous employer? Why do you have an employment gap on your CV? What is your expected salary? Do you have any questions for us? Practice answering these questions, so that at the point when you're being called for an interview, you are ready to go, you are ready to give your best shot, and you are ready to land the job. So is it possible for you to land a job in 30 days? It's absolutely possible. I've seen people who have landed jobs in even less than 30 days. Just to follow everything that I'm telling you, and I can guarantee you, you'll be on your way to landing your job in the next 30 days. That's all that I had for today. I hope this video has been beneficial. Thank you, and see you next time.